If they had to eat any of their fellow castmates in real life, how would they want them prepared? Like Melanie Lynskey tartare, Sophie Thatcher grilled.
That just made me sick.
That made me sick as well. It's early in the morning.
It's a little bit much.
Hi, I'm Melanie Lynskey.
And I'm Christina Ricci.
We are part of the cast of Yellowjackets.
And this is fan mail. Let's do it. You first.
All right, let me see what this is. Oh, God. From user at Shauna's Jorts. If there's one thing Yellowjackets is going to do, it's fade to black to the sound of Shauna's screams of grief.
What are jorts?
I think it's like...
Jogging shorts?
Jogging...
Jean shorts?
Jean shorts!
Jean shorts.
God, I would never have gotten that.
Oh, because Sophie wears jean shorts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, jorts.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Everything that happens in the teen timeline informs what's going on in the adult timeline. And we were talking about this last night. Like, my favorite episodes are the ones where the thing that's happening in the teen timeline is reverberating at the same time and you feel the story kind of come together. I mean, when I'm reading the script, I read Sophie's stuff like I'm reading my own stuff to, you know, get all the information from that younger character. Poor young Shauna. Terrible things happen.
Really terrible things.
People are like, she's a bad person. She slept with her best friend's boyfriend. Sorry.
It happens.
If we're each other's first, then we'll be linked forever.
You guys have broken up like 10,000 times.
Never long enough to count.
When really traumatic things happen to people, they're usually very angry. That's one of the things I really love about this storyline for Shauna, is that it feels very grounded in reality.
Losing her baby in the wilderness and all
Horrible.
this terrible stuff.
Ugh.
People are like, she beat up Lottie. It's like, well, Lottie stood in front of her and said,
Well, too bad.
I'll take it. Too bad, Lottie.
Well, guess what? She seems to like it.
I don't know. Anyway, I think people are too hard on Shauna. And people are very judgmental about cheating. I know cheating is terrible.
People really don't like cheating.
But people really, they'll never forgive. It's like Jackie would have stayed with Jeff.
We've got to get you to say GIF as many times as possible, because it really makes me happy. Okay, this one is from Tabicha, or Tabicha, or Tabicha. Not the song choice, laughing my ass off. This trailer is so good too, though I am stressed as hell now. If Mari or Akila don't make it through this season, you'll be hearing from my lawyers. Also, adult Misty stabbing Shauna and adult Ty straight up smothering a guy. The adult timeline might be just as crazy as the teen one this season. What song is that? I've never listened to it with sound. Is it like the Goo Goo Dolls? For fuck's sake, some of these songs that we have to listen to. I'm sorry, but live was never cool. And when it came out in high school, when I was in high school and that live song, everyone was like, well, dorks, I love live. And then we come to shoot that scene and everyone's like, I love this song, it's so amazing. I was like, what are you talking about?
I love that song.
Amnesia?
I love that song.
No, you don't.
I kind of do, though.
Misty is very much trying to like have like the whole theme for this character. She just wants to have friends. And when Natalie dies, she then looks to Shauna to be her friend.
Don't do that.
And that's not happening.
No, not a good place to
So
look.
it leads to lots of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Misty really thought the wilderness was going to choose her to be the new leader. From Forbidden Han. Yeah, I guess she did. Probably.
Yeah.
But I also don't know that Misty actually wants to be a leader. I feel more like Misty is much happier being like a right-hand man or just a very important follower.
I thought you'd be more excited to see me.
She just wants to be in the mix, and I don't think she'd ever choose a position that would bring on any kind of jealousy or envy or any of that kind of thing. I think being a leader is an isolating position, and even though she maybe can't intellectually work that out for herself, I think she has the instinct to understand that she'd rather be part of the group.
See what they're saying to us? More observations?
I just like the usernames.
I know, me too.
Oh, this is a normal name.
From user at Lila Celentano?
Those are my favorite frozen raviolis, Celentano.
Oh.
They're delicious.
If they had to eat any of their fellow castmates in real life, how would they want them prepared? Like Melanie Lynskey tartare, Sophie Thatcher grilled.
That just made me sick.
That made me sick as well. It's early in the morning.
It's a little bit much. I think you'd have to make jerky out of people in order to actually eat them.
So practical.
I was just thinking like, what would be the best way?
So practical.
You gotta go with jerky, because then you can't recognize what the meat is.
I haven't eaten meat since I was 10 years old. I think I'd die. I think I'd throw up.
You probably wouldn't do so well with human meat
don't think
as
I'd
your
do
first
very
your
well.
first reintroduction to meat.
She wants us to.
I loved the way they made it like a bacchanal. I thought that was so smart.
I love that too.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful and so like...
And grounded in something real and that we understand from mythology and psychologically. There's a whole explanation and tie for that, for the idea of the bacchanal.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really smart. I think that's one of the things that makes our show good and work, is that it's most of the things, as extreme and insane as they are, they're grounded in something real.
Yeah. You have so many, by the way. Look at that.
Well, I'm not going to get
You
through all of
got
them.
to get through all of them.
All right, I'll start opening while you're reading, so
Okay.
I'm prepared.
All right, great. That sounds good. Oh,
But it's long.
it's long.
Dylan has a lot of thoughts.
I totally think that Shauna is the scariest of all. This literal psychopath over here.
What?
I mean, a sociopath or something.
I'm
Misty.
harmless.
Okay, well, I totally think that Shauna is the scariest of all. I do think she loves Kelly and Jeff as much as she's able. And I think her character is designed to illustrate, among other things, how trauma can limit and warp our capacity for connection. Yeah. It seems like Shauna limits her closeness with others because she's afraid she'll hurt them or they'll end up hurt because of her. Yeah, see, listen, I got a little testy at the beginning, but that was a really good insight.
That was
yeah,
insightful
yeah.
and fair.
Very fair, very fair. Great insight. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. It's an interesting journey this season. Like, I feel like Shauna's really trying hard to do her best, but it's impossible, so it kind of ends up falling apart a little bit. It's a really interesting journey, but I love those relationships. I love working with them.
I really think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I agree.
My little pretend family. My daughter came to work one day, though, and saw me do a scene with Warren, and she lost it.
No way.
She was like, "Who is this man?" I was like, "Oh, it's my pretend husband." She was like, "Daddy."
That is too funny.
I know. I was like, "Oh, God, sorry." She loves my husband's pretend wife.
Oh, well.
Loves her.
Double standards, huh? So,
Yeah.
this one is from, I don't know how to say this. The Aguirre? The Aguirre? 89. That's where I've decided it's the Aguirre. 89. Did anyone catch how Misty is totally sporting TF? Oh, the Did anyone catch how Misty is totally sporting the out a adult Nat's jacket? She definitely on a revenge tour against the other YJ. Yes, Misty does wear Natalie's jacket in tribute and as a way to be close to her this whole season. And it's my Coach jacket that I've had for 14 years that was just stolen out of my car when my car was broken into and all smashed up in front of my house. So, really upsetting.
No,
Yeah, that
just
jacket.
recently?
Yeah, last week.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh. Very upsetting,
sorry.
but Coach has said they're going to make me another one. Yeah, and it's all over the season because I wear it the whole season.
That was your own jacket?
Yeah. Motorcycle jackets are tough to
Yeah.
find a good one that fits you, and especially like I'm very small, and so they're all always too big or crazy, or so small that you can't fit a sweater under a motorcycle jacket.
No. Who are they for? What type of it's not
The
for
tiny
my body.
ones with the skinny arms where you can't put a sweater under, and you're
Yeah.
like, why would I be wearing this jacket with like a bra?
No.
This is so stupid. Anyway, so the Coach jacket was perfect.
Yeah.
And but I'll be getting a new one. This is my story. I think at the beginning of the season, she's still kind of shell-shocked from killing Natalie, and she's trying very hard to grieve and to connect to her grief, but she can't. So then she does go to Natalie's storage unit, and that's when she discovers the jacket and has a bit of that propels her into having a bit of a cathartic experience and connecting to her grief. And then her reaction to her grief is then to sort of question the other relationships in her life.
She's so good this season. It's like, it's always amazing, but like,
Well, that's very nice. Thank you.
It's-
You're always good. I always feel condescending complimenting people that I think are more talented than me. So that's why I never do
joking?
it. That's why I never do it, because I'm like, who am I to tell anyone? But anyway.
Well, then I feel condescending.
No,
I think you're more
stop.
talented
That
than
wasn't
me.
trying.
No, but you're just
No.
so good. It's like
I'm
crazy.
just explaining why I'm terrible at these compliment exchanges.
There are some scenes that are just like, no, I feel like I should have taken another one. Why? Why am I having a feeling about this one?
Really?
Yes, we're finally getting explanation behind why Nat and Shauna do not get along in the adult timeline. Are we?
Yeah, I guess
yeah. It's always tricky for us because the whole thing has happened and is over in our timeline, obviously. Some things have not been written or filmed or decided yet. So some things you're sort of making up. Some things I will go to them and say, this is a feeling I'm having or a decision I want to make. Is that right? And they'll sometimes confirm. Yeah, it's always a bit of a complicated thing to figure out.
We can't get too caught up in worrying about
Yeah.
all the added stuff because you've already done those episodes. You've already done those scenes. Like, you just have to try to figure out a way moving forward to mix all that in.
Yeah, and they wrote some tension between me and Juliet, so we played that. And yeah, you don't need to know exactly where it's come from.
Watching Yellowjackets, like I can read. I can't read this morning. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Watching Yellowjackets is so fun when Misty, Ty, and Shauna are your fave characters. From user Nasty J Snow. That's very nice. Thank you.
That's nice, yeah.
We enjoy. We all like working together.
We do, we love it.
I love all the scenes when we all get to be together.
I do feel for the ADs on those days.
Yeah. We always have a pretty good time.
We do.
Except for when we're stuck in a car endlessly.
Yeah, or a sharing shack.
Or sharing shack. Oh my God, the sharing shack.
Nightmare. Tough days. And it was so hot
was
and very
hot.
small.
They covered us, like they covered the shit out of it.
God, you're just filming it over and over and
That's
over.
that's when that thing happened.
Oh, yeah.
The DP, well, we always joke about how awful we look in the show. Should I not tell this? It's not a good story. It's not worth it. Anyway, they took forever to shoot this scene where we were like in a circle. And one of the DPs comes over and they're like, sorry, it's taking so long. It's just all the beauty lighting. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Did you just say beauty lighting? Because we've all seen what we look like in this show. And there's no beauty lighting. I'm not saying that we have a problem with the way we look. I'm just saying don't tell me that you're doing beauty lighting. I've seen the show.
I want us to look like real people.
Me too.
Yeah. Also, those children don't need beauty lighting.
No. They're gorgeous.
They're
With
so
crap all
stunning.
over their faces.
God.
And, yeah. they're
Try to
great.
make them look like they're going through it. It's very difficult. Thank you for opening some fan mail with us.
Be sure to watch Yellowjackets streaming on Paramount Plus with Showtime.